Hi there, this is Colin Clark with TribeSwell, and this video tutorial is about how web designers and clients can collaborate a little bit more efficiently, and some things that you can do with your files and when you're sending things to each other to help streamline the process and keep everything moving a little bit quicker and make things a little bit more clear. So the first thing is a lot of times when people will send me stuff, it will be named something that doesn't relate to what's actually in the file. So on my desktop here, I have a couple of documents, document 1, document 2, document 3. And maybe these are the copy for some of my web pages on my website, and I want to send it to somebody. So one thing I like to do is kind of look in the file. I'm going to open it up here. And I can see that this is about page, and this is the copy for the about page, just some random text here. If you're sending this to somebody, you might want to rename it something like about page. So I'll go through these other couple of documents here as well. I'm going to say this is the services page. Maybe this is the staff page. So now it's clear that this page is the about page, and I don't even have to open it up to see what it is. Services, staff page. Now another thing that's really common is with photos. A digital camera, when it takes a photo, it doesn't know what is in the photo, so it'll save it as like DSC 320104.jpg. So it's a really good idea to open up the photo and look at what it is. This is obviously a tractor. And then to rename the photo. Do this one as well. Some business people working. And maybe if you're working on a website or some other kind of project like that, you might want to also put in where this picture goes. So maybe you want to say home image. Maybe this kind of helping hands picture that we have here. This might be, maybe we're going to put that on the services page or something like that. There we go. So this is services page, image, and home image. So I know that that's where those pictures go, and I know this is a picture of a tractor. Then a lot of times, what we like to do on websites is put pictures of the staff. So I just got a picture of this woman here, and but your web designer or the person you're collaborating with might not know all the people that you work with and the people that are on your staff. So just having it say something titled something like photo 688.jpg or something like that doesn't really make sense to the person that's viewing it. So let's say this person's name is Jane Smith. So we'll just change this to Jane Smith so that whoever is viewing the picture knows what the picture is of. Now another thing that happens is whenever we send stuff, a lot of times I'll get stuff over email, and everything will be kind of disjointed and separate. So it's good sometimes to organize things into .zip folders. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the first thing I'm going to do is just create a new folder, and what I've done is just right click on the screen here. And we'll put all the pictures in one folder and all the text documents in another folder. Web pics. I'll create another one that says web text. And then I'm just going to copy all of these pictures, put them in the pictures folder. I'm going to take all the text documents. I'm going to put them in the text folder. And now what we can do is we can create archive folders and compress them so that instead of being a folder, it's just a .zip file. And that just makes it easier to send it over the web. So I have a Mac computer here. So I'm going to go to compress. And if you're on a PC, you're going to right click and it's going to say archive or send to, and then the send to will open up a new thing, and I think it's called an archive file. You'll see when I compress it over here, it created this .zip file web text. I'm going to do the same thing with the text, with the pictures. And here's my pictures file that I created. Now it's time. I can actually just send this to somebody. So I'm just going to pull up my email here. I'm just going to send it to myself. And then whenever you're sending somebody something via email, it's good in the subject line to tell them as clearly as possible what it is, so that later when they're looking for it, they can find it in their email. So subject, website, text, and images. And then what I'm going to do is I use Google Mail for my email, but most other email programs are very similar, where you can attach a file. I'm just going to find where I put it. I put it on my desktop. You can see I've got my web pics and web text zip files here. So I'm just going to attach the web pics. And I'm going to attach the web text. Maybe just leave a little note. Web text. Just everything's clear. There's a file that has all the pictures and a file that has all of the text in a zip file, so that whoever opens this is going to know what it is and how it fits into everything. And we can just go ahead and send it. And here it is. This is how I receive it. So I've got the title and very clear 2 zip files that have everything I need inside there. Now another thing is, maybe you want to send somebody an email and you don't want to have to mess with too much stuff. And it's still good to, maybe you just have 1 or 2 things to send somebody. So again, I'll create an email where I'm just sending something to myself. And let's say it's just the pictures and text for services page. So what I might do is I might attach a picture. I've got my services page image here. So, and again, this is going to vary depending on your particular website and what you're trying to send. And then maybe I just want to send some text in the body of the email. So again, it's just very important to be very clear about where the text goes and what you want the person receiving the email to do with it. Here's the text as it should on the services page. And then I would write the text in, or just copy and paste the text in there. But the important thing is just to have it exactly as you want it to show up in the finished product. And then I would send it. And there it is. And you can see, this is how it looks when I receive it. But depending on your email client, it's going to look a little bit different. But it shows the large picture here that I've got the services page image, and then it's going to have the text, whatever you would have typed or copy and pasted there. Now, sometimes you might want to send a lot of files at once. So let's say maybe I want to send all of this web text and web pics all together. So maybe I want to create a new folder, website stuff, or something like that. You can name it whatever makes sense. Maybe I just want to send all of these pictures. And with certain email systems, this file might be too big to send, I'm actually going to create, I'm going to hit compress and create a zip file for this website stuff. And this website stuff.zip file might be a little bit too big to send via email. I don't think this one is in this case, but I'll just show you what you would do if you tried to attach it and it said this is too big. There's a website called YouSendIt, so just go to yousendit.com. And what this does is it allows you to send larger email attachments if you ever need to. So I'm just going to send this from me to, oops. And sometimes it'll ask you to create an account or something like that. I think this service is basically free for most users. So if it asks you to create an account, just do it. And then if it asks you to pay, just hit cancel. Unless you need a more robust service. So I'm just going to and again, it asks for a subject and a message. And with this system, you don't really need to put a message because it's going to be a little more clear when they receive the email. But you might want to just, if it's not going to be clear what it is, to just put a little note in. This is the website I was talking about on Tuesday. So I find the file. It's on my desktop. So this website stuff.zip is the one that we wanted to send. And then there's all different kind of paid delivery options, but usually you don't need them. If you find that you need premium delivery or password protected files or getting a return receipt, you can pay for them, but usually you don't need them. This is asking me if I want to create a free trial, and I don't. Okay. So as you can see, it's loading up the picture and it's sending it. And if I go to my inbox, it's going to say that this file was delivered. So this is from the sender. Then I can go to my other inbox, the receiver's inbox, and I can actually download the file. So it's a nice way to send larger files. Okay. Now that's all I have for you. If you guys have any thoughts about or recommendations of stuff to add to this tutorial, as always, just put it down in the comments below here. And thank you so much for watching.